Connection is just the hands in front of the center of the body. Like it doesn't take rigidity to have that happen, right? So when this elbow stays into this arm, I'm doing that in the softest way possible. A lot of the old school golfers, you always talk about soft right arm, soft right arm. I love that. It still is. It should be. It should be. But soft, it's relaxed, and watch. It stays in front of my body, but it's not like I'm like jarring it to do so. This is kind of an interesting little way to use the lower body the right way. I can put this right here. Okay. And watch what happens when I bump my hips. My right knee has to stay on the inside. My left knee can't kiss my right.
Right.
I hold my anchor point and I maintain my brace. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually, if I just turn, it puts me right into the right position there. Okay, so here, put that in there, put it in the other way so it's a little bit wider and harder. And then just turn to throw it way up there and then turn to the top. Yep, there you go. You'll feel it right away. You feel that?
Yeah.
Isn't that something else?
Oh, yeah.
It's a wonderful, wonderful way to stabilize the lower body. I wanted to show you that yesterday because, and I'm glad I have that bucket now, because that's something that you can do. You can deflate a beach ball. You can do a volleyball, a basketball, anything that you can put there that fits. And it's interesting how what it does. A lot of people, lose their anchor point. They kiss this knee gets out, whatever. But it really helps stabilize the lower body. So it's a great drill.
Yeah.
All right, bud. So hey, listen, we haven't even gotten to this, but you kind of know some of the basics. We talked about insteps of the feet, align with the outsides of the shoulders. Ball position then would be right on the inside of that left foot.
Mm-hmm.
Take some practice swings. One thing I always say when you get that new club in hand, just take some rips. There you go. And hey, you know what? I got the greatest tips, 2 tips for you on the way down.
Yeah.
The backswing's looking very nice. Stay behind it. Rotate in your spine angle. It's my old thought that my pops used to give me, that he said, hey, keep the head in a picture frame, okay? Here's the ball. There's a picture frame right there behind the golf ball. My head's in that picture frame, and it just stays right in there as I rotate.
Yeah.
That'll launch the ball a little bit better. That was dead straight, just launch it a little better. Other part, just same thing, free the arms up. Let the arms in transition just swing past your chest. Let the chest follow your hands. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's close right there. What I like doing for a golfer too, when they hit driver, I think it's really helpful. I put this in the middle of their stance just to give them a visual of where their head should not be crossing.
Gotcha.
So that you can just get used to the feeling of unwinding exactly where you are. Now, why does the head stay still? Why should it stay still? Why should it actually, if anything, it goes up and back a little bit at the point of impact with the driver? But the reason being for all that is this. It's just connected to your spine, right? So if you're rotating in your spine, that head's not going to be moving side to side.
Right.
Right? But we use the ground a little bit at the point of impact, and that's that up and kind of, it kind of goes up and back to kind of kick the club. That's a common look. So that's nothing I would try to correct in a player's swing, but just keep the head behind the ball and transition and through impact. That was better.
Yeah.
Way better. And I want you to know these are 30% off golf balls. So those are being crushed back there. And with a normal golf ball, that's going to sizzle and go a little higher too, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's doing it right this week. He took 3 hours yesterday. We went through so much stuff that we got through a lot of, Okay, that was the first one at the top that kind of got a little bit away from me up there.
Yeah, it did.
You felt that?
I can feel it,
Yep.
yeah.
But yeah, you did 3 hours yesterday. We cleaned up so much. Today we got the putting going, even narrowed the thoughts. So we didn't add thoughts today. Today was narrowing the thoughts. Tomorrow, golf course. Go back halfway again. Yep. Okay, ready? Just really keep it soft and just keep this arm as relaxed. If it's relaxed, it just relaxes up there and kind of bends like this.
Yeah.
That arm is so important to just keep super relaxed. Even though it's in, it just relaxes and just settles the club right there alongside the body, but right in front of it. Yep, yep, I love that. That rhythm helps him a lot, doesn't it? I mean, I know you hit that little hair right.
Yeah.
But that rhythm is so much better, bud. Ooh. I was just looking through another video of yours, and I'm glad I looked up and saw that one. That thing just roasted off the face.
Yeah, keeping that right elbow softer is definitely like a good feel for me. Because I tend to get really like stiff with the arms when I'm trying to get them to do something.
See, what he just said is so important for many golfers. You know, a lot of times what happens is we're trying to get this elbow in, and he's already such a strong guy, and you're already built up like up here, like, you know, solid. And it's like, well, if anything, we got to kind of shake it out. You know, connection is just the hands in front of the center of the body. Like it doesn't take rigidity to have that happen, right? So when this elbow stays into this arm, I'm doing that in the softest way possible. A lot of the old school golfers, you know, you always talk about soft right arm, soft right arm. I love that. It still is. It should be. You know, it should be. But soft, it's relaxed, and watch. It stays in front of my body, but it's not like I'm like jarring it to do so. A little bit of that tightness will come from that external shoulder rotation. That's where people's tightness comes from.
Yeah.
A little bit of that, but that's okay. I've had a shoulder surgery on my right shoulder from a weightlifting accident, and let me tell you right now, like, yeah, that happened to my shoulder, shattered. But no, it got sewn up, and you know what's funny? I don't have flexibility here very much. Like, I can't really go back that far.
Yeah.
But my arm is relaxed, and I get it in the right spot, and I tell me, listen, if I can do it, I know it's not a flexibility thing. It's just a matter of, you can feel the tension there. It shouldn't be tight here.
Right.
The arm is relaxed. That's the message we're trying to create. Center body and hands stay together. Left arm straight is a devastating thought for some players because what do? You know, just trying to keep it so straight, it's rigid and it's not connected, right?
Yeah.
It's through connection that the arm actually stays somewhat straight, right? Mm-hmm. Because the body turns, it just stays out in front of you. So keeping them soft, keeping the right elbow really relaxed. You know what? Here's the thing. Last thing I'll tell you about the right elbow. When it's stiff, where's my power going to come from? If I had to slap something in front of me, I'd sure be better off right here going like this than I would be. Right? It's good. I like that. Soft, relax, and keep your rhythm though. Keep your rhythm. That's getting a lot better. Yeah, it's getting a lot better. So now, let it completely build where you have that knee stay flexed. The hands are going to pass that right knee and be about a foot to the right of your body before you even feel like you start really turning to the top. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a good way to think about it as well. It's actually a really good backswing. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Let's pipe it. Narrow the stance just a little bit. Step away just a hair, and then a little more over it. There we go. Awesome. Go back halfway. Good. Keep that right knee super flexed. This is super soft, just relaxed. Boom. This is the sensation. It's almost like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I gave you the kind of overdone rather than the stiffen up in here.
Yeah.
I gave you that nice little tucked, beautiful look right there where everything's together. Attaboy. I love that. Ooh. So let's get this thing to launch now, okay?
I'm just getting I'm hitting down on it.
You feel it, right?
Yeah.
You feel it. Okay, good. So I just want to see something with that driver there real quick. Really stay over that back foot a little longer. Here, let me get you a little better ball here. I'm gonna tee up a little bit, just to kind of promote you hitting up on that thing a little bit more. Let's do the best you can on this one here to really feel like that head stays back behind that ball. There you go. Attaboy. Attaboy. There we go. Now here that one launched. Now here's the thing. When you set up with a driver, with the width of stance I'd have for a 7-iron, if I bump my hips and I hung my hands down, My middle finger would be on the outside of my right knee. 2 fingers right of that, and 2 fingers left of it on the knee. Ready for this? If I set up with a driver and I have the proper amount of tilt relative to my lower body that I have, my whole hand would be to the right side of my knee. This one would be left of it, this one would be right of it. Watch the iron. Watch the wedge. Okay. It's just good to know that where your upper body stacks on top of your lower body. And when you're talking about getting behind it or staying behind it, you know, I'd be not doing you a service, doing you a disservice if I don't tell you, hey, if we're starting on top of it, standing there straight up and down, that ain't gonna help.
Right.
Use the hip bump and the high left hip, more so with this club than any, to get that upper body behind it, okay?
Yeah.
That last one was fantastic though, pal. Let's do it again. Oh, dude. And you know what's so great about it? Best 2 shots right at the top of the hour, on cue. That was awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
No, hey, listen, you know, our viewers know this. I've had some come from YouTube as a result of YouTube. It's humbling that you guys come from across country. I don't take it lightly. So what's great about these relationships is I fully intend on doing FaceTime lessons with my man here. You know, what's great about being on the East Coast. I'm up at like 5 a.m. So I'm ready to work.
Helpful. Yeah.
8 a.m. your time, and makes
sure.
it easy. So the relationship can move on. Our golf game can keep getting better. He's a 2 handicap now. We'll track him. We're going to get this guy down to a +2. I'm looking for a plus handicap this year. That's my goal for you.
That's mine too.
I think the putting goal, what the putting will help a lot.
Yeah.
Today we talked about really connecting his putting, not just his golf swing. I gave him some simple drills to really keep his hands and his putter more stable throughout his stroke. Of course, we doctored up the setup to have eyes over ball, hands under shoulders, hips over ankles. Those are our keys. Putter and forearm at direct extension. That simple setup tweak with the drill that we gave you, unbelievable. But you know, the stations today, I think for you, just knowing, hey, glove under arm is great with the irons.
Yeah.
Ditching it on the way through is okay. Having the rod at an angle to help you swing a little bit more underneath it as opposed to over is great, but not if you don't have the one behind you. That forces you to get the club up more rather than behind. The work we did there was awesome. So to recap it, I would say we talked a lot about how the body works, using this hip bump to not only promote a better turn, but to stabilize the lower body, have the right knee flexed so that you gradually are turning to the top. The rhythm, as we saw Gabe, really helped him with that. The minute you got slow with the rhythm, it built up that tension to the top and had everything, the necessary tension.
Right.
And it built it up and was solid. Keys. Soft right arm towards left arm. Doing that nice and relaxed, right? That was a big, big, big help for you today as well. The only thing that we added in with the driver was, hey, with that driver, if anything, a little bit more. And if anything, you know, it's like irons. I just bump my hips forward and I don't move this.
Yeah.
With the driver, I bump my hips an inch and I kick my spine an inch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And really, you know, just you're using that setup to then rotate and stay behind the golf ball. So the beautiful thing about it is we'll put a bunch of videos together for you so you remember all this stuff. And then tomorrow we're getting on the golf course and getting after it. So
perfect.
You're the man, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's awesome. Gabe,
Thank you.
Appreciate you always.
Are we gonna keep going?
We are. I got the Hackmans. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Any questions or comments you have, please leave them below. Also, click the link below to pick up 3 free videos. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy our channel.